Picture this. Sarah graduated summa cum laude from Harvard Business School in 2019, landed her dream job at Goldman Sachs, and was climbing the corporate ladder exactly like her parents told her to. Fast forward to today, and she's watching a 19-year-old with no college degree make more money in 3 months using AI tools than she makes in a year. The old rules of success? They're not just changing. They're being completely rewritten by artificial intelligence, and most people have no idea what's happening. The great success myth that defined the last 50 years is crumbling before our eyes. For generations, we were sold a simple formula: get good grades, earn a prestigious degree, work your way up the corporate ladder, put in 60-hour weeks, and eventually you'll reach the promised land of financial security and respect. This wasn't just advice, it was gospel. Parents mortgaged their homes to send kids to expensive universities. Students took on crushing debt, believing it was an investment in their future. Entire generations structured their lives around this blueprint. But artificial intelligence has arrived like a wrecking ball to this carefully constructed system. The very foundations that success was built on, specialized knowledge, years of experience, institutional credentials, are becoming less valuable by the day. AI can now perform tasks that once required decades of training in mere seconds. It can analyze complex data, write sophisticated code, create compelling marketing campaigns, and even provide medical diagnoses with accuracy that rivals human experts. Let me tell you about Marcus, a construction worker from Ohio who never finished college. Last year, he discovered AI image generation tools and started creating custom artwork for local businesses. Within 6 months, he had built a 6-figure business, designing everything from restaurant murals to corporate logos. Meanwhile, his neighbor David, who has an expensive graphic design degree and 15 years of agency experience, is struggling to find clients because companies are realizing they can get similar results for a fraction of the cost. This isn't an isolated story. It's happening everywhere. The traditional markers of success that previous generations fought so hard to achieve are becoming obsolete faster than anyone anticipated. That MBA that cost $200,000? AI can now perform many of the analytical and strategic functions that made those degrees valuable. Those years spent climbing the corporate hierarchy to gain access to information and decision-making power? AI democratizes access to insights that were once the exclusive domain of C-suite executives. The collapse isn't just affecting individual careers. Entire industries built on the old success model are in crisis. Universities are seeing enrollment decline as students question the return on investment of traditional degrees. Corporate consulting firms are losing clients to AI-powered solutions that provide faster and cheaper analysis. Middle management positions are disappearing as AI can coordinate teams and processes more efficiently than human supervisors. But here's where the story gets interesting, and where most people are getting it completely wrong. The rise of AI isn't just destroying the old path to success, it's creating entirely new pathways that look nothing like what came before. The winners in this new landscape aren't necessarily the smartest or most educated people. They're the ones who understand how to leverage AI as a force multiplier for their natural talents and interests. Take Emma, a former retail manager who always loved writing but never considered it a viable career. When AI writing tools became available, instead of seeing them as competition, she learned to use them as research assistants and idea generators. She now runs a content creation business that serves 50 companies across 3 countries. Her English literature degree? Gathering dust. Her ability to understand what resonates with human audiences and direct AI to create content that connects? Priceless. The new rules of success are being written by people who think differently about work, value, and achievement. They understand that in an AI-powered world, your worth isn't determined by how much information you can memorize or how many hours you can grind. It's determined by your ability to identify opportunities, solve problems creatively, and build relationships with other humans. Things that artificial intelligence can enhance but never replace. This shift is creating what economists call a bimodal distribution of outcomes. On one side, you have people who are adapting to AI and using it to amplify their capabilities, seeing dramatic improvements in their income and lifestyle. On the other side, you have people who are competing against AI or ignoring it entirely, watching their traditional sources of value slowly erode. There's very little middle ground. The most successful people in this new era share certain characteristics that have nothing to do with traditional credentials. They're experimenters who aren't afraid to try new tools and approaches. They're synthesizers who can take ideas from different fields and combine them in novel ways. They're relationship builders who understand that human connection becomes more valuable as automation increases. They're adaptive learners who can quickly acquire new skills as technology evolves. Consider the story of Jake, who dropped out of college to become a plumber. When AI-powered diagnostic tools started appearing, instead of fearing they would replace him, he invested in learning how to use them. Now he can diagnose complex problems in minutes instead of hours, serve twice as many customers, and charge premium rates for his enhanced expertise. His former classmates with engineering degrees? Many are struggling to find work as AI automates routine technical tasks. The psychological impact of this transition cannot be understated. Millions of people are experiencing a form of existential crisis as the identity they built around their education and career achievements suddenly feels worthless. Parents who sacrificed everything to give their children educational advantages are watching those investments lose value in real time. Students are graduating with enormous debt into job markets that no longer value their credentials the way previous generations did. But for those willing to embrace the change, the opportunities are unprecedented. AI has lowered the barriers to entry for countless fields that were previously gate-kept by credentials and connections. You can start a global business from your bedroom, create professional quality content with basic equipment, or provide sophisticated services without years of formal training. The playing field hasn't just been leveled, it's been completely reconstructed. The winners are developing what researchers call AI literacy, not the ability to code or engineer AI systems, but the wisdom to know when and how to deploy these tools effectively. They understand that AI excels at pattern recognition, data processing, and content generation, but struggles with context, creativity, and complex human judgment. They position themselves at the intersection of human insight and artificial capability. Smart individuals are building what I call AI-amplified personal brands. They're using artificial intelligence to research their markets, create content at scale, automate routine tasks, and provide personalized experiences that would have been impossible just a few years ago. They're not trying to compete with AI, they're partnering with it to deliver value that neither human nor machine could create alone. The geographic implications are equally revolutionary. The old success model tied you to expensive cities where the best jobs and universities were located. The new model is location independent. If you can leverage AI effectively, you can build a successful business or career from anywhere with an internet connection. This is causing a massive redistribution of talent and wealth away from traditional power centers. Educational institutions are scrambling to adapt, but most are moving too slowly. The skills that matter most in an AI-powered economy? Critical thinking, emotional intelligence, creative problem solving, and technological fluency aren't easily taught through traditional academic methods. The most valuable learning is happening through experimentation, online communities, and real-world application, rather than formal coursework. So what does this mean for you? First, stop measuring your worth by outdated metrics. Your college GPA, job title, or years of experience matter less than your ability to create value in the current moment. Second, start experimenting with AI tools in your field immediately. The learning curve is steep but short, and early adopters have enormous advantages over those who wait. Third, focus on developing uniquely human skills that complement rather than compete with artificial intelligence. The transformation we're witnessing isn't just technological, it's cultural and economic. We're moving from a world where success was about conforming to established systems to one where success comes from creating new systems. From a world where credentials determined opportunities to one where capabilities determine outcomes. From a world where grinding harder was the answer to one where working smarter with AI is the key. The old playbook isn't just broken, it's become actively harmful if you're still following it. The new rules reward speed over perfection, experimentation over expertise, and adaptation over achievement. Those who understand this shift early will build the businesses, careers, and lifestyles that define the next generation of success stories. This isn't the end of human achievement, it's the beginning of human potential amplified by artificial intelligence. The question isn't whether AI will change everything, but whether you'll be ready when it does.